Scott Bolzen should be looking back on a life well lived, a happy childhood, marriage to a loving wife, 2 great kids, and a career as a professional football player, then a pilot and the owner of a private jet company. The problem is he doesn't remember any of it.
I've lost my identity. I've lost who I was because I don't know what I stood for. I don't know what my goals were, my dreams.
In 2008, Scott slipped on some grease in the bathroom at work and hit his head, erasing his 46 years of memories. His amazing story is detailed in his book, My Life Deleted. In it, he describes waking up in the hospital not knowing his wife or even the meaning of the word.
Like when the first time I saw Joan, they said, you must be Joan, Scott's wife. So boom, wife, Joan, her.
Scott has what's known as retrograde amnesia, which means he remembers everything since the accident, but almost nothing from before it. The problem is lack of blood flow to the front part of the brain, where long-term memories are stored. Since his accident, Scott is relearning all the things most of us take for granted, thanks to Google, TV, and Joan.
I could not get the days of the week, the months of the year. I knew them, but I couldn't get them in order.
Scott forgot his Christian faith, so Joan's telling him about Jesus all over again.
Trying to teach him about the Lord and faith, I just tried to show him God's awesomeness through our world. And, there is a Lord, there is a bigger person that is not only watching over us, but creating such amazing and awesome opportunities.
Doctors are trying to stimulate blood flow in Scott's brain with hyperbaric oxygen therapy, but it's a long shot.
They kind of feel that those memories are there, that they're encoded in him, but he can't actively retrieve them.
Most people who have a traumatic brain injury, which is a really, really common cause for amnesia, will usually recover the memory 30 minutes, next day. That's common. To have it this profound is unusual.
Neurologist Jacqueline Carter believes part of Scott's problem is that back when he played football, head injuries weren't taken as seriously as they are today.
Well, we've learned over the years that people who have played hockey, football, sports that give you contact are more prone to develop memory problems, including early onset Alzheimer's disease. So it is quite possible that his career as a football player, pros, high school, college, could have contributed to the profoundness of his injury. We also have learned that the more injuries you have to the brain or the more concussions you have, they become cumulative and the more damage they do.
Currently, most states have laws requiring athletes with concussions to get medical help and rest until they're fully recovered, which can be a week or so. But players who don't want to be sidelined that long may try to downplay an injury, so it's important for parents and coaches to recognize the signs, such as headache, nausea, dizziness, confusion, sluggishness, and personality changes, also vision problems and sensitivity to light or noise. Meanwhile, Scott and Joan concentrate on moving forward rather than dwelling on how they got here, which they recommend to anyone going through a crisis.
Our message is basically whatever life brings, look for opportunity.
To trust in God and grow.
I think the positive part is that I've gotten to fall in love with my wife again.
So instead of focusing on what's lost, they're starting a lifetime of new memories. Lori Johnson, CBN News.